Alright, so this is kind of part 2 of my review of several Anastasia Beverly Hills eyebrow shading products. So I already talked about the 5-piece brow kit in part 1, I guess, so check that out if you want to hear about that, and I highly recommend getting it. It's probably my favorite part of all the products that I've gotten. So let's talk about some other ways to shade your brows. Like I've told you, I've used the Clinique Brow Shader powder before in the past, which I really feel like has definitely been replaced by the Anastasia Brow Powder Duo. And in addition, I find that powder gives the most natural look to your eyebrows because it's not going to create any sharp lines, and it's blended very easily because it is a powder. You can use the spoolie, almost mascara brush end to smooth out the color, and it will do it evenly. And it works best, I think, for my sparse eyebrows. I know a lot of Asian girls have sparse eyebrows, so you'll have kind of like, what I mean is just more patches. The space between each root of your hair is larger, so if you were to put up even a patch of powder, you can really see that it's just a fake blob of color. So because it's a powder and it can spread, is very important so that it can look as natural as possible. So that's the reason why I stayed away from things like these crayons, Perfect Brow Pencil, a brow pencil. And I've gotten a makeover during, the MAC Fofy collection, and the MAC artist, the makeup artist that did my brows was just so, I don't know what she was thinking because they looked so fake. She just drew them on, and it was like, have you seen that episode of Seinfeld where Elaine puts these fake eyebrows on Uncle Lou, I think? I forgot his name. And how he looked angry. It just looks so fake, just like that. It reminds me of that every time. But anyway. The brow pencil comes with the pencil on one side. This is in medium ash, this color right here. And let me just draw it right here. Whoa. You want to come out? Okay. Is medium ash, and it's like kind of like a charcoaly color, and it goes well with black hair. It's not as black as your eyeliner, definitely not, because your brows will be a couple shades lighter than your hair, so that's why you would use medium ash. And it also comes with like a mascara-ish wand that it seems a little softer than the one that comes on the this one, or maybe they're about the same. But let me just say that although I was a skeptic about these pencils, this one does not do the Uncle Leo, that's what his name was, Uncle Leo effect, where it looks fake, because I don't know what it is. Probably because it's the right shade, it's just the right amount of lightness, and as you can see when you draw on your hand, my hand, it doesn't come off easily. You actually need a little bit more force to kind of make it get on there, and that also probably helps out a little in preventing you from putting too much color on your brows. So let's just say I'm just going to pretend this was the area where my eyebrow would be. You just take the mascara wand part and kind of brush it away, brush it through. And you could see that it kind of smudges it together. It will just like smudge it together. The bottom one looks more smudged than the top one, where the top one was just me drawing lines, and the bottom one is where I smudged it with the little brush. It does irritate your skin a little bit, but I mean, just think about putting a mascara wand in there, Just do it lightly, do it slowly, and it'll look very nice. And the results here are probably just as good and just as natural as the Brow Powder Duo, but you gotta use the little brush. I would recommend not focusing so much of the color on the inner corner, or you will look like Uncle Leo, where you're kind of, making your eyebrows all angry, like this for your face. Oh, I'm not even drawing it right. But you know what I mean. It'll make you look angry. I don't know why I'm drawing something on my hand with a pencil brush. Those kind of angry eyebrows. Yeah, I know. Really recommend this. I'm not sure how much it costs. Go to anastasia.net and it'll say. I've also seen them on Sephora. Or Anastasia products on Sephora. The brow pencil goes for $22. The next cool product is the Anastasia Brow Wiz. Brow Wiz. And this is also in medium ash, and what this is the same thing as the pencil, but it doesn't require sharpening because it's a automatic. Oh, it turns up. The product will turn up. And this goes on a little bit more creamy because, you know, if you think about eyeliners and an eyeliner pencil, it will be a little bit more stiff or harsh than the one that comes more like in a tube with a cap on it that has maybe a little bit more moisture in it. But the effects are pretty much the same. It's right here, the top one, and you can see the pencils right below it. It's the exact same shade, and this also has another brush. And this brush I found is the softest of the three that I've talked about. I don't know if it's because the spiral itself has a smaller radius, the bristles are closer together. I don't know what it is, but it is smoother. And you do the same thing. And as you can see, the top has now been smudged up. So easy to use. These things are just a no-brainer, and it looks so natural. I don't know, like I said, what the MAC artist was doing with my eyes or eyebrows. I think she did use a mascara wand or some wand like this to try to get it out, but it was just too much, so I'm sure you can get a natural look with them, but these definitely. And what's interesting about the Brow Wiz is that it has such a small point. I don't even know if you can see that. It has such a small point, and I don't know. It's so small. It's like maybe like 0.6, or I don't want to say half, but a smaller diameter than like a MAC technical eyeliner. And I think that also helps with kind of not putting too much product on your brow at one time to prevent it from looking fake. So, because, you know, if you imagine it just being a bigger blob and you just smearing it all over your eyebrow, whereas this one you can kind of make little check marks, is what some people say, to just kind of go back and forth lightly. And like I said, with the other one, you have to put a little bit more force to get the pencil out. You know, this is me just putting light pressure. This is me putting a little bit more effort. Right there, you get a line. But even though that is true, the smudging is very easy with the pencil, and it looks very natural. So I cannot tell you how satisfied I am with all these products for shading. These two pencils, the automatic and the normal, as well as the brow powder, and you will love them.